After this, I just need to take another sip of the dew. Hey everyone, Kyle once again. Welcome back to the next movie review. Viewing another film from this year, 2024. Now, after I previously reviewed Borderlands, which that film, a lot of fans of the game and critics tore the film apart. 10% on Rotten Tomatoes. It was hated to death. But I reviewed that, and to me, honestly, it wasn't as bad as people and fans or critics made it out to be. It did not make me mad as people thought it would. If people didn't think people may have thought it was expecting me to get a bigger reaction out of Borderlands, like be a full-on rant, rage and rant. It wasn't, because it didn't piss me off that much. It was just a generic, boring, bland film, rip off Guardians of the Galaxy. But that's what it didn't make me mad though. It was just forgettable. I knew it because from the trailer it looked as generic and bland as it was. That's why it didn't make me mad, because there are films I saw this year were much worse than Borderlands, including this one. Now, I would say this is much worse than Borderlands because for one reason, or a couple other reasons. So the movie review, the next one I'm doing is I'm reviewing Trap. And why I say it's the next film from director M. Night Shyamalan. Yes, I would say yes. Is much worse than Borderlands because, first of all, like I said, I've already talked about M. Night Shyamalan a lot of times for quite a long time since I've been on this channel. I've said this about him a whole bunch of times about M. Night Shyamalan. To me, he is one of the worst directors, okay? Ever since, okay, if anyone is new here, here's my thoughts on M. Night Shyamalan, okay? I know a lot of people have heard me talk about him, but if anyone else is new, whatever, quick recap, okay. M. Night's first 3 films, I did not mind, okay? The Sixth Sense is not a bad movie at all. It wasn't, okay? I did not mind it for what it was. But of course, when it came to the twist ending with Bruce Willis, right? And it's like, I mean, it's like you say it's like a one-time watch thing, because when you rewatch The Sixth Sense again, it kind of makes it's like now you're thinking the whole time when you're rewatching The Sixth Sense again. Now, ever since Hayley Joel Osment goes and talks with Bruce Willis, you're thinking now, okay, he's dead, he's a ghost, he's dead this whole entire time. That's what kind of thing's a weird thing when you want to rewatch The Sixth Sense again, because now you know the twist, you know about Bruce Willis going and rewatching it again, So, but despite that though, I don't think Sixth Sense was bad at all. It was the film that launched M. Night's career, his biggest hit. It still is his biggest hit. It is. But Sixth Sense, I mean, there was another type of ghost film like that I prefer. That was with Kevin Bacon. It's called Stir of Echoes. To me, I think it's a much better version of that movie. To me, in my opinion, is. Excuse me. Burp on M. Night if I want to. This makes me sick. Then he did Unbreakable, which I think that's a really good film from M. Night. If not, I would say one of his best film. And then he did Signs, which I think is another good one. I think that's another one. I'd probably say it's another one of his best ones, except for the stupid ending, right? With the whole water, aliens of the water, yes, that whole stupid subplot or twist, whatever. Other than that, though, I like Signs. The whole premise of, the crop circles, right? And I like Mel Gibson and Joaquin Phoenix, And I like the 2 kids, Rory Culkin and Abigail Breslin. I like Signs. I remember seeing that back in the theater in 2002. I was about 11, yeah. So I remember I remember the commercials back then, especially the scene when I was watching on TV. The commercials, the scene when Mel Gibson was in the crop field. He puts a lot of the light on. It shows. Well, it didn't show the alien leg though, but in the crops though. But it showed when putting the flashlight on. That was kind of a nostalgic part for me because I remember from back then seeing it on TV from the commercial of that. But I did like Signs, besides the stupid ending with the whole aliens or don't like water. The whole planet is basically 90% water, so it's kind of weird on that part though. But still, I like Signs, and I enjoy Unbreakable. Like I said, Sixth Sense is not a bad movie though, but sure it's better than the rest of M. Night's movies. Because after he did Signs, from then on, all of his films went to shit. After he did Signs, I hated The Village. I hated The Village. I hated Lady in the Water. That was a dumb, stupid film. The Happening. It's his best comedy, even though it was not intended to be, though, but it's his best comedy. Marky Mark. What? No! And the guy talking about his freaking hot dogs. Good. I like hot dogs, but the thing is, though, shove them up your ass. Freaking The Happening. Ooh, the wind of the trees. They're the cause of it. Then, The Last Airbender. The Last Fartbender. And then, After Earth. With Will Smith and his son. His no-talent son. That's one of his worst as well. After Earth. And then he did The Visit. That was another piece of garbage. Oh, it was his return to horror. Yeah, with a crazy grandma with these two kids known for about, was it 2 days? Oh, they see her running around naked, scratching, and she's running around like she's like freaking Sonic the Hedgehog with a knife. And Grandpa is shoving dirty diapers in kids' faces. Yeah, oh, that's supposed to be scary, yeah. And the kids, they lie to their mom because, oh, how the grandparents are doing? And they're like, oh, okay. Yeah, despite the fact the whole incident with the grandmother, I'm like, these kids are so freaking dumb. They're so dumb. I hated The Visit. I hate it. What else? Freaking. Split, I'm not a fan of. I hated Glass. Yeah, I hated Glass. Then I did not like Old. Did not like that film. Knock at the Cabin, I actually thought was decent. It wasn't great, but I thought it was decent. Did not mind it because mainly for I like Dave Bautista. I thought he was the shining part of that movie, Dave Bautista. But that's a film I would not watch again either, though. Well, I haven't reviewed it, so I'll probably have to watch it again for the sake of the review, though. But still, you get what I mean. But actually, yeah. You think I would give a slight pass for M. Night because he did one decent film? Doesn't make up for all the shit he's done. It doesn't. But I did not mind Knock at the Cabin. And then he did this film, Trap. Now, you say, how does this guy still keep getting jobs? How is he still directing movies? Well, the thing is, though, because he has his own little company that finances his films himself. Oh, it should, because he has the money, because he's a director. So, yeah, he finances a lot of his films himself. I think when he did The Visit. So, yeah, so that's why he has this money, because he finances these movies himself. So that's why he keeps on getting jobs, because of that. So, this film, Trap, okay. The best part is it stars Josh Hartnett. Which, to me, yes, he's the best part of the movie. I like Josh Hartnett, and I'm glad he's getting back into doing more lead roles in movies. Because I know he was in Oppenheimer. He was in that film with Jason Statham called Wrath of Man. Okay, it's nice to see that Josh Hartnett is getting more roles in films now. Because he's been off for quite some time, you know. Because I like him in The Faculty, Halloween H2O, Lucky Number 11. I think that's an underrated one of his. He was one of the best parts of Michael Bay's Pearl Harbor, which I'm not big on though. But I like Josh Hartnett. You know, he was not bad in that movie either. I liked him in Black Hawk Down from Ridley Scott. That's a good war film. I liked him in Black Hawk Down. Hollywood Homicide with him and Harrison Ford, the buddy cop movie. I actually like Hollywood Homicide. Some people may not like it though, but I actually had some fun with it. I mean, hey, speaking of Harrison Ford, you know, or for Captain America: Brave New World, right? Anthony Mackie had a small role in that movie as well. People tend to forget, right? Hey, Anthony Mackie, years and years before he did Captain America: Winter Soldier, before he became the Falcon, right? Because Hollywood Homicide was like 2003. So years before that, he had a small role in Hollywood Homicide with Harrison Ford. Though they never shared a scene together, but still, Harrison Ford, Anthony Mackie, you know, Captain America: Brave New World. So I actually liked Hollywood Homicide though. But Josh Hartnett, but I'm glad to see he's getting into more roles though. But to me, he was the best part of this movie. I think he played his role, you know, being this killer, you know, like not being in his state of mind, you know. I think he did a good job in the role as Cooper. But the thing is, though, it's just M. Night. I just wish he would stop making movies, though. But he can't. But he finances his own movies, so he that's why he keeps on getting roles. I mean, more. Well, speaking of roles, he does, because he has to cameo himself in all of his movies. I'm like, you're not Stan Lee, okay? Who cameos on all the Marvel films he's done. You're not Stan Lee, okay? Stan Lee, rest in peace, is a much better actor than you, M. Night. He goes, okay, he appears as Lady Raven's uncle, which actually the singer in the film Lady Raven is actually played by his freaking daughter. Forget her name, but was it Saleka M. Night? Fudge, let me get it right. Yeah, Saleka Night Shyamalan. Which in real life, she is a singer. She is. But the thing is, he has to cast his daughter in this. And I'm sorry. Okay. I'm sorry, but with all due respect to your daughter, I'm sorry. She can't act. Okay? She cannot act. Singing, I don't know where's a singer, but for what I saw her in this film, she can't sing either. I'm sorry to be harsh, though, but in my opinion, she cannot act and she cannot sing. The only thing is, the only thing you did well with your daughter, she's pretty. Okay, I'll give you that. Your daughter is pretty. Maybe that's the reason why you cast her in this. Not because of her singing or acting, but like she's a pretty bombshell to look at. And speaking of which, what's with the Night Shyamalan family this year? You know, because M. Night directs this film and stars with his eldest daughter. I say that because a couple months ago, his other daughter directed that film called Watchers. Not the daughter that stars in this movie, Trap, though, but his other daughter directed that film called Watchers. I'm like, what is up with the M. Night Shyamalan family, you know? Now, I've not seen Watchers, though. From what I saw from the trailer, it looks like another crappier version of what was that film called It Comes at Night. Because that film, yeah, because those creatures come out in the nighttime, starring Dakota Fanning. I'm like, that looks like a shitty version of It Comes at Night. And I like that film either. So, like, okay, his other daughter directed that film. And he directs this film alongside with his other daughter. I'm like, what the frick is it with this Shyamalan family this year? Jeez. Well, like I said, no, I'm not trying to be disrespectful. The thing is, though, from what I see in my own two eyes, your daughter can't act and she can't sing. I'm sorry. Don't mean to sound be harsh, but That's what I see. People could think otherwise, though, but to me, in my opinion, it's my opinion, though. And there's also another one thing, stupid thing with M. Night, what he does, when he directs characters or actors, he directs them not to act like freaking human beings. They don't. It's like those A24 horror films where they don't act like human beings either. Here, but it's M. Night, he's directing his actors to be like this, you know? They don't act like human beings in his movies either. Well, his shittier versions of his shitty movies, I would say. But I said they don't act like human beings in this, and he doesn't direct human beings in any of his movies. But I think it was as far as for coincidentally for Josh Hartnett in this film, everyone's a gullible and dumb human in this movie, you know. So it's kind of helps for Josh Hartnett, and part of me thinks, oh, you know what? Josh Hartnett is probably the good guy in this movie because everyone is such a dumb idiot. So it makes you want to root for Josh Hartnett to this as the killer. But I don't want to game ahead of myself. But okay, but I think Josh Hartnett, he still does a good job in this film regardless, though. He's taken his daughter to see this concert to see her favorite singer, Lady Raven. And I like that he was having fun with his daughter, you know, being the typical dad, you know, making jokes with her, right? And I did not mind the bond. I think the daughter, I also did not mind either because I was liking the bonding between father and daughter, you know, the chemistry, right? So I did not minding that, and they were seemed like they're having fun going to this concert, and when the concert starts, and so Josh Hartnett sees that his daughter is having fun, that's having the time of her life. And so when he leaves the room, he's noticing a lot more police are around the premises, installing more cameras. And of course but he saw in the trailer, it's no surprise, when he goes to the bathroom, he checks his phone, and turns out he's the killer because he has a prisoner on his security footage. He has a prisoner that's chained, and of course he's asking when in the trailer he asked the one guy the vendor, saying, "No, this guy named Jamie," asking what's going on, and of course the butcher. What did I say before? The butcher. I mean, the last time I heard that was the name of the butcher in the film Freaky, with Vince Vaughn and Catherine Newton. Freaky is a much better movie than this. Because I like they took the whole Freaky Friday premise and made it to like a comedy slasher movie, a horror slasher film comedy. Freaky is much better than this. But because the butcher, because they said that the butcher was gonna be here, so they said this whole concert is a trap for him. And one thing leads to another, you know. The guy was so gullible, you know. I mean, like, he doesn't know Josh Hartnett. He's not a worker, so he goes and tells him his passcode. You know, get back. You know where the things where it says employees only, right? He stupidly tells him his passcode. So and thank God, like, he's so dumb because which it works in favor of Josh Hartnett though. The guy doesn't notice Josh Hartnett took his badge, his ID badge. And the guy does not notice the whole entire time. I'm like, wow, that helps Josh Hartnett out. Like, yeah, you don't take 2 seconds to look down to see if your ID badge is missing, you know. And let alone, he steals his wallet, which he keeps in his apron. I'm like, you keep your wallet in your apron, and yet you don't put. You know, basic for all guys, you keep your wallets basically in your back pocket. No, he sticks in his apron. That's how he takes his wallet to get his ID stuff and stuff. You know, I'm like, wow, this guy is so dumb. You know, he doesn't bother checking, look down to see if his ID card is missing, or stupidly puts his wallet in his apron instead of his back pocket. And then there's this woman who was like this FBI profiler. You know, which I thought she'd be a big part though, but she's not. I know I've seen her in other films before. I forget her name though, but I know I've seen her in other films. I think it's Alison Pill. If that is her, I think I remember because she was in Cooties. She was in that film, that zombie comedy film called Cooties with Elijah Wood and Rainn Wilson. She was the girl that liked Elijah Wood, but she's with them in the movie. She's end up with the boyfriend of Rainn Wilson. I think that's her. And by the way, yes, Cooties I would say is much better than this, and much funnier. But I thought she'd play a much more bigger part though, but she's not. She only appears for a couple times, and that's it. And then also, funny thing is, so Josh Hartnett, he's this serial killer called the Butcher. But the funny thing is, he doesn't kill anybody in this movie. Well, he hurts. He hurts a couple of people. Like he pushes a woman down. He bumps a woman down the stairs, on purpose though. And then there's this fire. He makes it explode in the kitchen. It explodes, right? But the thing is, he doesn't really kill anybody in this movie. For a guy who plays a serial killer, well, a character who is a serial killer, he doesn't kill anybody in this movie, which I thought was kind of weird. Kind of weird, you know. He's a killer, but he doesn't kill anybody in this movie. And so he has the ID card, and he goes to this back room where there's a whole bunch of SWAT team members, and yet like I said, no one doesn't act like a human being. Like I said, these are the dumbest people ever in this world, which makes me root for Josh Hartnett because all these people are much more dumber than him. They don't question him. He has a key card. Okay, you can go on by. His ID card. You know. Okay, you can go on by. They don't question. I'm like, even the SWAT police and SWAT team are even dumb, you know? Or even to the point where, okay, since he took his wallet, he has the ID card, the security pass key, whatever. He goes on the roof, and these two other people, they question him, but they just let him go, you know, because they don't. Oh, these people are so freaking dumb, you know? Yeah, he's on the roof, but they don't question him at all. They just let him go. Oh, because he has his ID card. You know, do you really check the employee manifest, you know? I mean, if he shows us the guy's ID, clearly it's not his picture. It's clearly not him, you know? But no. They see him, he's on the roof, he's trying to get out of there. Which, here comes the twist part. The first half, well, we make it seem from the trailer, he spends his whole entire film trying to get out of there. Trying to avoid the police, right? That's not really the case. Because the second half, M. Night's daughter, who plays Lady Raven, she's also the star of the movie. Because, and we see his cameo, yes, when he's with Lady Raven, we see his cameo with her as her uncle. Get out of my face, M. Night, okay? You can't act for shit, alright? Like I said, your cameos in your films, you're not Alfred... I was going to say Alfred Hitchcock, because he does cameos as well. I meant to say Stan Lee. Which, yes, that's another thing. Alfred Hitchcock, he does cameos in his own films as well. But I meant to say Stan Lee, because I said that first, so I meant to say Stan Lee. But the death's twist, because it's not about him mostly escaping from the building, but the second half is mostly, it's M. Night's daughter, Lady Raven, she's the star of the movie, because yeah, because you got really to showcase that your daughter is the star of the film as well, you know. But because he gets backstage, you know, saying, "Oh, your daughter's a fan, right?" And he goes and blatantly tells her he's the killer, just right to her face. Hey, I'm the killer. I'm the butcher. And so they take her to her limo, take her to her place, and then he shows her. He shows her on the phone, his prisoner. Oh, and the daughter as well. Which, wonder what's going on. You know, where's his dad or where her dad is, right? But thing is, though, out of place because the limo's out front. he's holding the phone in her hand, like so, right? Showing. Yeah, there's my phone. Here's my, you can see my screenshot. It's Kagome Inuyasha and Moroha right there, if you can see it right there. It's my screenshot. But I'm saying, though, because he has the phone showing her the video footage of his prisoner, right? And what? All of a sudden, he just takes it like, whoop, right out of his hands. I'm like, so dumb. You're holding it right in front of her face, and then thinking he may not try to reach for it, just do it, whoop, right out of his hands. And of course, and I guess Josh Hartnett, his character's kind of dumb in this case too. This is the point where he handcuffs her, right? No, he doesn't handcuff both her hands like so, right? No, he handcuffs her just her one hand, leaving her one arm free. And she's that close to this window where she can just lift it up and yell for help, you know? So, and dumb on his part because, yeah, he could have handcuffed both together and that would have been it, right? But no, he leaves one hand, leaving her one arm free so he can lift the window and yell for help. And since people are there because the limo's up front, and then she used the phone, especially with her phone when for the prisoners chained up. She uses it, go onto like whatever Instagram, wherever the platform she uses to broadcast. Hey, I'm in the butcher's house. There's this prisoner there. If anyone knows where he's at, go, or whatever he says. And it's like weird. Like within 5 minutes, the guy is found and he escapes. The prisoner, whoever was around, I guess had been very in the same neighborhood, because the guy was found in 5 minutes and he's out. That must have been very quick for someone. It had been someone who lived next door, But wow, it was wow, they found him pretty fast and he escapes that fast, in the span of 5 minutes. People in this film are just so dumb, but. And then the Josh Hartnett, he changes his clothes because since the limo's out front of his house, or what I forget, was his house or her house? I forget. But he changes his shirt, so he sneaks around the back, goes to the front back, so that no one noticed for the front door, right? And so he can go around to be part of the crowd. But no one noticed him going sneaking around, whatever. But yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think so I think it was at her house because he goes to see his wife, and which, by the way, she's the one who told the cops that he's gonna be at the concert because he sold the ticket that she sold the tickets to the concert, and so she's the one who informed the police about setting up this whole trap, which I'm like. You're dumb because you were also endangering your daughter as well. What if things went south, and her daughter got caught in the crosshairs, right? So that would be dumb on your decision as well, because you're basically putting your daughter in danger as well by doing this. So she's pretty much dumb as well. And then the Josh Hartnett is dumb as well because his wife's saying, "Hey, let's eat this pie," and she laced the pie with some drug, a drug, And the guy Cooper, he didn't question it at all. If the guy if he's a serial killer and he's smart, he would have probably would have had some comments as, "Hey, maybe she did something. Why she ought to eat this pie so badly?" But no, he falls for it. And then when the cops come, which they don't take him out, like how police usually do. Each cop holds him by the arm as they're arresting him. No, but he has the time to fix. To fiddle with his bike, Like I said, the police even don't act like humans. They're like total dumbasses in this movie as well. They just they allow him to like fiddle wherever he is on his bike as they put him in the van. Which, by the way, no police inside the van either. No, he's just in there by himself. No police in the van. No one, no like 5 cops inside the van because he's this famous serial killer. So no police in the van. So no police. He's by himself, and he was able, because of that, by coincidence, this is no police and the cops in there with him. He takes a piece of the bike he picked off, and he's picking off the lock of the cuffs, and he's smiling, and that's the end of the movie. Oh, and by the way, during like mid credits, the gullible guy Jamie, he was talking to from before, that he stupidly put his wallet in his apron and stole his ID card that he didn't notice, until he finally sees on TV that that Cooper he was talking to is the killer. And his reaction, that's it. M. Night Shyamalan. Z. You know, that's why Night Shyamalan. Z as in night, go to sleep. God, I just wish he would stop directing movies. I really wish he would. But as long as he has his own money, keeps on financing these, that's how he keeps on getting freaking jobs. That's why I say Trap is much worse than Borderlands, because, like I said, Borderlands did not make me mad at all. This film, it's freaking M. Night, you know. I should not expect a total BS from this guy, you know. That I should expect BS from this guy. I should, because everything he's done is nothing but shit. Although, like I said, Knock on the Cabin I did not mind though, but still, it's barely passable for him. Okay. Should make up for everything all the bullshit he's done over the years. Okay? As I said, everything he's did after... I keep on saying that because ever since Signs, the film he's done afterwards is nothing but total shit. Okay? This is why he's been put on... he's on my list on top of the worst directors I've seen. Because, yeah, he made a big hit with Signs. Unbreakable I enjoy. Same with Signs. But everything he's done has been total shit. Well, in my opinion, it is. Some people like films like The Visit. I don't get it though. Old. I don't care about the character, especially there's one guy who was a rapper. I forget his name. I hated Glass. You know, when The Village happening, shit upon shit. Lady in the Water was even more shit. After Earth was a total abysmal abomination. Shit. Fartbender was shit. I said The Visit was shit. Glass was shit. Splits. Not quite as shit though, because James McAvoy's performance, you know, I did not mind though. So, but not as bad as Glass or other ones he's done. And then what was the... Yeah, so if this film... I think it makes me want to root for the killer more, because all the human beings all around him are nothing but complete other dummies. You know, the SWAT team and the police are dumb. You know, he goes back there, he has the key, he has the pass key or ID card. Okay, they're not going to do any background check, identify if it's the right person. No, they just let him go by. Or when they arrest him, they're just going to fiddle with his bike, but instead of just carrying him like how police should be, you know, and don't put any more cops in the back of the van. Wow, it's a good thing he's by himself, because no one can see that, so he can fiddle with a piece of the bike, you know. Freaking... Everybody was as dumb in this movie. You know, this is what I expect for freaking M. Night. He doesn't direct his characters or actors to act like freaking human beings. You know, they don't. I don't want to see any more A24 vibe shit, okay? Like I said, Josh Hartnett, he was the best part of the movie, you know? He did a good job for what he was doing. You know, it was like... Oh, speaking of, you know, because speaking of shows like the deadpan, like, face that he looks, you know, right? But the thing is, there's one thing I forgot to mention. M. Night has these weird shots of directing like this, right? Of the actors talking directly into the camera. Like, Like when if Josh Hartnett is talking to another person, like he was talking to the character Jamie, right? Like you saw in the trailer, it shows him talking to the camera like this, and it cuts to the other character talking to the camera like this. Or he was talking to the woman, the female FBI agent woman, right? Talking directly to the camera. That cuts to the other actor talking to the camera directly like this. I mean, I don't know what's the whole with the whole close-up shots of people's faces, you know, with talking directly into the camera like that. I don't know what M. Night is doing, you know. What's he thinking? Like that should be like efficient with them talking this close to the camera. Next thing you know, he probably wants to do it this close where you can see the freaking eyeballs like this, that close to the camera. Fuck, man. That's why I don't want to see any more M. Night movies. I don't want to see any more. Okay? That's why, like I said, Borderlands is much better than this. Because, like I said, M. Night can't direct for shit anymore. He can't. Further pisses me off, you know. And like I said, this is what I expected from M. Night. You know, for the trailer, yeah, it didn't show much, you know. But the thing is, it's what I expect from M. Night. You know, over the twist. Yeah, the second half is his daughter is the star of the show, of the movie. That's your twist. Because he wants to egg his daughter on, you know, that she can her star the spotlight, you know. Yeah, I'm sorry. She can't act and she can't sing, okay? Other than that, though, yeah, okay, you did well, M. Night. You got a pretty daughter. That's about it. And I don't know what also with his other daughter directing the Watchers, you know. I'm like, what is it with the M. Night family, you know? Jeez. I'm sure his other daughter directing the Watchers. I'm sure her father had a hand in probably somehow getting her the job to direct that movie. I wouldn't be surprised that he got her the directing job to direct Watchers. It sucked because to me, from the trailer, it looked like a shitty version of It Comes at Night. I don't like that movie either. So yeah. I did not like this film at all. To me, it's worse than Borderlands. I said that before. Like I said, Borderlands did not make me mad at all because I've seen much worse. Borderlands did not make me mad like this film made me mad. Or Alien Romulus. Alien Romulus pissed me off more. But like I said, Josh Hartnett, he did a good job. He was the best part of the movie. He did the best he did, acting-wise. Yeah, it's nice to see that he got more. He landed more. He's getting more movie roles now. Cool. Because I kind of miss Josh Hartnett, you know, from back then. But M. Night, he can't direct, let alone he cannot write. That's one thing. He cannot write for shit anymore. He is one of the worst writers. That's another one. Not even for directors, but he's also one of the worst writers as well. Everyone else, except for Josh Hartnett, is dumb. I just can't stand see any more M. Night movies. I don't know how much more. Oh, but yeah, well, I think he's going to direct another film. I forget though. That's coming up in the future. I think it's next year. I'm like, great, another god awful M. Night movie. Great. But like I said, as long as he keeps on financing his own movies, he's going to get more jobs still. And this is, like I said, for a weird movie, for a film about a serial killer, he didn't kill anybody in this movie. That's why I find it very weird about it. Yeah, he hurts a couple of people, but didn't kill them, though. For a guy who is a serial killer, he doesn't kill anybody in this movie. This must be the most, the least violent serial killer we've seen. Yeah, he pushes a woman down the stairs, makes a place with a fire explode, you know, but that's less violent compared to murdering somebody, but still, like, he's like and he has a guy chained up as a prisoner, but it's any less violent than murder, right? This guy's like the least violent serial killer. But yeah, fuck this film, you know, and fuck M. Night once again, you know. I'm tired of his ass. I am. So listen, I'll put this in another list of the worst because, like I said, I can't stand this guy anymore, you know. I can't stand this guy. So, but that's Trap. Another thumbs down for me. Another on a shit on the list for shitty M. Night. It's like I'm tired of seeing him getting jobs. Like I said, I already said before but I said Borderlands is much better than this. But the thing is, like I said, it didn't make me mad, not as mad as M. Night does. So that's my review for Trap. Thanks for watching. Like I said, if you like the film, that's fine. But we disagree. You know, to each their own. But that's my review for Trap. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the next movie review and more to come. And we'll see you next time. Later. Fuck M. Night.